Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Buffs Nations Daily. I want to talk about on this video why it's a good thing for the returning players that were on that team that was 1-11 or 1-10 to hit the transfer portal. It's not a bad thing. You know, it's not a bad thing to start over fresh, especially if you know you're going to be on a team where you might not start and there's nothing you can do to satisfy these coaches. This is how I feel looking on the outside in. And I like when Coach Prime, oldest son, he shared the videos behind the scenes because we get a chance to see that. We get a chance to see the good, bad, and ugly. And I like that when he shared that through that perspective. But to be honest with you, in my opinion, it's nothing that these players are going to do to satisfy these coaches. And when he first came there to meet with the team, he said, I'm bringing my Louis luggage with me. He's letting them know that I don't care who the starters are. I'm bringing some people in that could possibly take your position. And then recently he said, in that press conference recently, it was yesterday, they were talking about weeding players out, and he said he don't do that. But he said, let me just say this. He said, think about it. These players are hitting the transfer portal right before a big game, a big scrimmage game where it's going to be sold out. He said, think about that. Well, I did think about it. And it's still a good move for these players to do that. See, it doesn't matter about the spring game. Yeah, they could get exposure. They're going to be on ESPN. But that benefits Coach Prime. That benefits you. That doesn't benefit them, especially if there's nothing that they can do to satisfy the new coaches that are there because they were on that 1-5 team. And another thing that you said in a meeting before that, you said that they let the coaches go that was on that team that only won one game. Who do you think is next? I don't think you should have said that. I don't agree because you're discouraging people now. Coach Prime, your biggest asset that you have, it's not your resume. Yeah, your resume, people are in awe about your resume, but you're a motivator. Just you alone can upgrade a player. Just your presence alone. You know, you might think a player is mediocre, but under your tutelage, that player can rise to a whole nother level that they thought that they might not ever had achieved just because you were there, because of your motivational skills. And some players, Coach Prime, they might need a couple years to develop. But I understand that you want to win now, and you need the personnel on the field that can actually win now because you want to compete. You want to look good. And let's just keep it 100. In college football, it is all about winning. But everybody will understand, Coach Prime, if your first season you only won 3 games. We will understand because you're in a rebuilding process. You're not going to come there right away and win the national championship unless you got the personnel on the field. And that could happen just because that's the nature of college football now. It's all about that transfer portal. You could go in the portal and convince some 3- and 4-star kids or 5-star kids to come to Colorado like you did Travis Hunter. And if you got the right personnel on the field, yes, you can compete and you can win. And that's what you want to do. That's what you're concerned about. You're concerned about winning, and there's nothing wrong with that. But what I'm trying to tell you is when you said that who you think that we're going to get rid of, who you think they're going to get rid of next, you have discouraged these players. And you cannot make it seem like it's a bad thing for them to hit the transfer portal right before the spring game. They have no other choice. And you guys, quite frankly, I've been doing some research on this kid, and you guys lost a good cornerback, man. And he was hurt. I could tell by the message he left. He was hurt. He didn't want to leave the team, but he had no other choice. Okay, you already bringing in you coaches there. You make it known that you got your favorites. See, I'm gonna let you guys know. Give you a little disclaimer for those that just started following me. I give my unbiased. I give my opinion. I'm in the middle. I don't play favorites. This is not going to be an ass-kissing show where Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffaloes can't do no wrong. I tell you, I tell it how I see it, from my opinion. Now, everybody got their own opinion. I could be wrong, but I'm still going to give you, what you're going to get is my opinion, no matter what. You guys play favorites there, okay? It's nothing wrong with taking away the numbers. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's obvious that you guys got favorites there. Now, don't get me wrong. I like Caleb Mathis, okay? I saw his highlights when he was in high school. He has a lot of juke moves. He's a really good wide receiver, but I knew he was going to get his number. I knew he was going to be one of the first people to get his number. Why? Because his dad is there. Of course he's going to get his number. Okay, yeah, you didn't give Shador his number yet, but we all know Shador is going to get his number. We all know that Young Prime is going to get 21. We know Cormani McClain is going to start. He's going to get a lot of attention from you coaches. You guys are dividing the locker room. And with a locker room divided, Coach Prime, you're not going to win that many ball games. Everybody has to feel included. Now, that might be the case, but from the videos that I see online, and I love that your son, Dion Jr., is sharing these videos for us to see it, because we see the good, bad, and ugly. We see the good, bad, and ugly, and I'm just telling you that I played football, and nobody likes favorites. I'm just telling you right now, that divides the locker room. But that's how football is. We know that the coaches have favorites. So what Coach Prime is doing, it's nothing new under the sun. Every coach got favorites. I mean, look at the USC coach. He brought his quarterback from Oklahoma State. Oklahoma. So it's nothing wrong with bringing the players that you're comfortable with, but it's y'all making it obvious that y'all got favorites. You're making it obvious. I don't hear about you guys getting on Travis Hunter. You say that you're the hardest on Travis Hunter, but I don't see that. At least from the videos. Maybe you guys need to put out videos where you guys chewing him a new one. But all I'm seeing is you coaches are yelling and cussing. Listen, no man in this world takes disrespect. These are men that you're coaching. These are young men that you're coaching. You guys need to refrain from all the cussing. Now, don't get me wrong, that's the old school way, but that old school way don't work no more with these new generation. It don't work no more. You know, the cussing and stuff. I don't hear you cussing at Travis Hunter. I don't hear you cussing at Shador. That's you showing favorites, and it will divide the locker room if a lot of those players stay. So you better hope that most of those players leave, because the locker room divided is not good. Now, and you also said in the press conference yesterday that you guys, you said in another interview that this is not the team yet. So you guys just relax. The secondary is coming, meaning that your son and Cormani McClain is coming. Well, what about the players that's busting their ass there for you right now? Those are the players that could potentially take your son's spot. But they're not going to take your son's spot because that's your son, which is, I'm talking about Shiloh Sanders. So if I was one of those players, listen, it don't matter how hard I work. I might as well hit that transfer portal, because I'm going to tell you, there's always a good situation somewhere else. There's always a good situation somewhere else. So don't when you said yesterday that, look at them, he said, let me just leave it here. They hit the transfer portal, and right before a spring game where it's sold out. Well, that spring game doesn't benefit them. It doesn't. It benefits you. It doesn't benefit them. It makes you look good. Oh, I'm here. The game is sold out. It doesn't benefit them. So why? It doesn't matter that you guys are sold out of the spring game. So that's just how I see it, man. And I know that you say that you're not weaning players out. You know, they're quitting on their own. Coach Prime, you give them no other choice but to quit, man. You give them no other choice. And I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to lead with this. How long did it take Tom Brady to develop in college? Anybody know? How long did it take him to develop? I want you to go back and look at footage and see how Tom Brady looked, his body looked at the combine. How fast did he run in the combine? Don't you think those coaches right now that we have, they probably would have chewed Tom Brady out. Now Tom Brady is the GOAT. Sometimes you can't measure heart. You don't know what's in these kids' heart. Coach Prime, your greatest asset is you're a motivator. Just because of who you are and who your credentials are, you might take a player that didn't do so well, but now he don't elevate himself to another level under you. But when you said when you were talking to the team, you said that, damn, you guys were 1-11. They already let the coaches go. Who do you think they're gonna let go next? Yes, they feel discouraged. Now, you probably said it because you don't want no lollygagging in the practice, which I understand. And also the fans want the best product on the field because they want to win. And but there might be a diamond in the rough that you guys are overlooking because you guys are playing favorites. There might be, and I saw one. I saw a diamond in the rough. I saw one. I'm not going to give it away who it is. I saw one. There's a diamond in the rough on that team that I don't see getting no airtime. I don't see you guys behind the scenes talking to this kid. This kid could potentially go to another level. First of all, and I'm about to give it away, you can't teach size. I just gave it away who it is, and he's a returning player. You cannot teach size. You can teach technique, though, and that's what you coaches are there for. You coaches are there to motivate and teach technique. That's what you're there for. But I understand this is the new college football that you guys are going to look for the best players. I understand that. You're going to look in that portal because it's the only thing that matters to you guys is winning. That's the only thing that matters is winning. And there's nothing wrong with that because the fans want to win. They haven't won in so long. So I get the sense of urgency to win. But don't forget that diamond in the rough. Remember Tom Brady. Guys, thank you for watching. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. And just to let you know, in these videos, I give you my opinion. This is not one of those shows where it's just totally biased on Colorado. I'm just giving you my opinion. And it's an unfiltered opinion. It's just how I see things. Peace.